Okay, good morning, everybody. Good morning, and welcome to today's edition of Profit in Your PJs. It's 7 a.m. here on the West Coast. Some of you are tuning in from all over the country. I see a few people getting on. If you're just getting on after the fact, please mute your phones. We have a really fun call today. I'm really excited. We're going to have a guest speaker on here. And I'm really excited about the compliments of this particular person. But before I get started, a lot of you saw that I spent a wonderful dream weekend in New York City. I have to tell you, it was just as much of a dream weekend for me as it was for the girls who won the trip. And Vicki Downey and Jill Chisholm were co-winners of that amazing top recruiter. It was a contest that I did for my NMDs, and if you were the NMD that won, you got to take your top recruiter along with you. So we also have a secondary dream trip coming up. Sherry Minch won, and she will actually be joining me in California, staying at my home for a weekend, and that's going to be in October. But you know, I love doing contests. For those of you that have been around for a while, you know that I love putting crazy things out there and helping people really run for them. You know, people love extra cash. We love a little extra vacation, and it was certainly a dream weekend. If you didn't see the pictures on Facebook, go take a look. We took a helicopter ride over all of New York City. That was certainly a highlight. And the fun part about that was Vicki actually got to sit in the front seat. And of course, we shopped all over Soho. We got on the hop on, hop off big red bus and got to see New York City also from the ground. And we went out, we met some guys who were DJs, and they took us to the greatest clubs in the city that we never would have gotten into had it not been for meeting people and that 3-foot rule, right? That rule where you talk to everybody that's within 3 feet of you. And I watched these two girls recruit their way all through New York City. And it was really fun for me to see that they did not miss a person, and they had this great attitude, and they were super fun. But we met a lot of amazing people, and we got to do a lot of incredible things. So anyway, with that, I just wanted to throw that out there and tell you guys, you know, this business is really about building the greatest business and traveling the world with your friends. So dream big. You cannot dream big enough here at Miriam. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen real quick, go through a couple of quick announcements that we have for this morning, and we'll get right into the day. Okay, there it is, guys. Profit in your PJs. We wouldn't be the same if we didn't start with that beautiful picture of working from home and being able to enjoy that cup of coffee while you do it. A quickie first too. We love to start this, or I love to start this every single morning with gratitude. You know, what are we grateful for? And we know that being in gratitude really is the precursor for that. So if you can see a clear intention with an elevated emotion behind it, and you can feel where you're going, and you can do it with a sense of gratitude for the fact that it's already here, you can create a life that's beyond your wildest dreams. And that's the way that I start my day every single morning, really with a clear intention of where I'm going, what I'm doing, planning the day before the day begins. But even more importantly than that, my big vision, my mind movie. I like to see what I'm doing. I listen to music, and I have an elevated emotion with that. I dance around a little bit, and I get my day started. And today I thought so clearly about how grateful I am for friends. Every single one of you who have become good friends. Some of you I don't know yet, but I'm excited to get to know as we build this business together. And so many of your living rooms that I've been in and families that I've known, and you've become extraordinary friends. You know, friends that will fight, you know, for each other, and the R for respect, and having a mutual respect is what friends do, and include you in everything that they do and in their thoughts, right? And encourage you really to be the best person that you could possibly be. They need you as much as you need them, right? Because we all live a life that with the same computer chip, really, that computer chip that says we just want to be loved and accepted for who we are. And that's what friends are all about. People that need you, right? Deserve you, right? Deserve your friendship and your time because you have the respect for them as well, and that stand by you and everything. So I loved this. I love this little boy with his arms around his puppy. And I just thought this was such a darling picture, and it really moved me when I saw it, and I'm sure it's moving you as well. So we had an awesome Miriam University last night. Oh my gosh, introducing Age IQ. And I love our tagline, our most intelligent skincare line yet. I have had the great pleasure of being able to try these products. Note the bottles are completely unmarked because until last night, I wasn't even able to see what the packaging looked like, but look how beautiful these bottles are. They're keeping within the branding of Miriam, but they have a little bit different look, and I love how beautiful these are, the night and the day cream. The day cream you probably saw on Miriam University last night is our Optimera day cream, and it's so fabulous. It's a little bit thicker and a little silkier than the day cream, the US day cream, the Miriam AD. And the night cream, oh my goodness, I just cannot tell you guys how excited I am about this new night cream. I'm hoping someday we will have it in the US. I know what you're thinking. I really want to use it. I really want to try it too. But just suffice it to say, for going forward, it is the best product this company has put out. It is absolutely stellar, and this is what it does. It's clinically proven or clinically shown to do these things. And I'm going to just give you a little bit of what it's like, because I've had the experience of being able to use it now for about 3 weeks. It's very silky, the night cream. You don't need to use water with it. It is white, so it doesn't have that yellow color that the Miriam AD has. And it's a little bit thicker in texture. You don't need to use water, but you can if you're used to doing that. But without the water, it does give a little bit of that feeling of that tightening effect that the night cream does, of the AD night cream, when you add water to it. So you're gonna have that, or I should say our European brand partners and customers will have that sensation of that little bit of tightening, but it's very silky smooth, and it rinses off the next day a little bit like our night cream does too. But already I'm seeing a difference, and one of the things I notice is you'll see here this significantly improves the appearance of facial contours along the jawline, and I'm noticing that I'm starting to get a tightening in my jawline. So reduces wrinkles, reduces the pore size, improves hydration, improves, again, the facial contours along the jawline, improves the skin's elasticity, significantly improves skin smoothness and texture. I'm having to read from the skin because there's so much, and it improves the appearance of the skin tone, including redness, which is something new. So you guys, I don't know what more anybody could ask for besides these things, but it is pretty amazing. These two products, really amazing. Can't say enough great things about them. But virtually unscented. So if you've ever used the Optimera Day Cream, you know that it has almost no scent at all. And now the same with the new night cream. The same thing, will have almost no scent at all. So these will be the products for Europe. You guys, if you haven't seen Miriam University, please go back, take a look at it. We will have our new Age IQ Day Cream and Night Cream, our cleanser, our eye serum, and our eye patches. So if you're not building right now in Europe, don't worry about it. Don't go out and, fly over there and try to build in Germany. It will come to you. Just ask everybody you know, hey, do you know anybody in Germany? Do you know anybody in Austria? Do you know anybody in Europe? People will always say why, right? This business is about piquing interest. And when you ask somebody questions like that, they want to know why you're asking. Oh my gosh, I'm expanding my company into Europe, starting with Germany and Austria, really looking for some sharp people to, try the products, get the word out. Who do you know? And it will come to you. So just don't focus on this if you're not building there. That's my biggest advice for you. Just a quickie on those products since I've had a chance to try them out. Before I introduce our guest speaker for today, our end of month checklist, real quick, guys. I love to put this out, just reminders of things to go out, but all out massive action. Paradise is calling, guys. We have some amazing, I made a note of this, where did I write it? Some amazing people running for the trip. We already have 2 or 3, actually 6 people that are very, very close right now to the first level of the trip. And, you know, if you're not, don't worry about it. Just get started. Just move toward getting the points for this. And this is really just getting into the activity. So don't forget, you know, anybody that's a Class A prospect and customer, let's get those guys closed. If you need help, please reach out, reach up, 3-way calls, and sit downs, anything that we can do, get on a Zoom to help you do that. Who doesn't have an active ADO that's working the business, and who maybe that hasn't worked the business in a while that you could reach out to and just remind them about some of the great things that are happening with Nerium. Maybe they want to try some of the products they haven't tried yet. There's so many people that don't even know what's going on here. And let's reach out. That's a phone call, guys, not a text or an email. Who can get 3-year free qualified? Who's close to that 1,001 in CVV? Let's get them up to that 25% on the customers. Checking the 3-year free credits. If any of you are new on the Zoom this morning and you're confused by any of this, again, reach out, reach up. Some of it might not pertain to you at all, but as leaders, I just want to keep these things in the forefront after the 23rd. And we had a great job last week with Libby Saunders going over some of these reports. Who's in your placement suite? Don't forget to get them moved and into your organization, into your 3 legs. And don't forget to track your PCs and BPs for the Hawaii trip of Epic. Also, quick reminder, guys, every single new start on your team, please make sure that you go over and add them to the Epic team page. Give them a chance to be welcomed by everybody there. It's so important to have them feel loved and embraced by everybody. And the best way to do that is the huge amount of people on Epic to do that for them and with them. So I'm going to stop the screen share now, and I want to bring somebody on that is absolutely near and dear to my heart. This is a girl that's been out there running like crazy. She has been in this business over 5 years. For trip volume on my entire team, right now, Maisha Scott is number 1. Alla Bardov is number 2, Aging and Wellness is number 3, and these top 3 girls, you know, I've reached out, I'm like, okay, I want to hear about what you're doing. And we have Alla Bardov this morning on the call with us. She has 22 preferred customers this month only. And I said, you know what, will you hop on the Zoom? Will you talk about what you're doing, how you're doing it? And she is just so amazing. National Marketing Director, Alla Bardov, I know you're on. Let's unmute you and let's hear from you this morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for the great introduction and for having me. And I absolutely love what you said. You said 2 things that I absolutely love. One of them is gratitude and one is intentionality. And it's interesting you were talking about gratitude because just last night, my personal sponsor and dear friend, Jens Johnson, and she texted and she said, she texted a group of us and she said, please let us know what it is that you're grateful for. And just going through that exercise last night, I had to text to a group of women what I'm grateful for. And I loved it. And you brought it up. So absolutely loved it. One of the things on my gratitude list was that I reached my personal goal. I went over 20 personal customers for the month and I am number 22. And that really brings me to another thing that you mentioned, and it's intentionality. So what is intentionality? You know, we all hear so much about it. We think we're really intentional. But when you called me last night at 11:30 p.m. and you said, would you get on this call? And, you know, I was intentional. Yes, I was going to talk about all of these great things, you know, what it is that I do. But what is it really being truly intentional? I have to go back to Jens Johnson, being friends with her for over 7 years. Really taught me how to be intentional. I'm sure she can talk for hours, but what does it really mean? I want you to see, can you all see my board? This is being intentional. This is the items that I want to discuss today, and I want to make sure that I cover. Anytime that I have traveled with Jen, we went to Korea and we go to an event and she said, well, so what is on your list? How many people are you going to talk to? And you kind of go, well, I don't know, haven't thought about it. anytime we go to whatever it is, and she'll always say, so now that really taught me to be intentional. It doesn't matter what I do. So now let's go back. So thank you, Jens, for all of that. But now, so how did I get these customers? So the first thing, we're all busy. We go through life every day. And when you called last night and I said, well, I am going to the gym. Well, let me just tell you, it doesn't matter where I'm going. I have to share what's in my purse. So this is my purse, and it comes with me, obviously, everywhere and to the gym. But it's being intentional. I have to show you, I have these little plastic bags in my purse. And so if you get into one of them, you will see that I have packets. Do you see these packets? These are drink packets. Well, so when I go to the gym, now before I even go to the gym, I set a goal. I want to give at least one of these out. If I'm going to a class where I know a lot of people, I want to give 2 of these out. So before I go, I make a goal. It doesn't matter whether I'm going to the gym, which I was going on my way, and I will go later today, whether I'm at a restaurant, whether I'm in any event, or I'm going to a sporting event. I want to set a goal that I want to give, whether it's 1, and that's okay. And if you don't reach your goal, you know what? It happens. But if you're intentional, and that's really what intentionality means, well, then I have another bag in here. And what does it have? It has my eye serum packets. And so my goal is wherever I go, I would like to give out eye serum packets. Also in this bag, I have some EHT cards. I am prepared. Doesn't matter where I go. And that's just, and if I do this on a Sunday night, I prepare my little bags and I have them for the week. It doesn't really take much planning on my part. Another great third-party tool we have is my drink. Never go to the gym without the drink, because people will say, hey, what are you drinking? Oh my gosh, hey, here, try it. It is so easy to do that. And when I tell people, do what works for you, just be you. Don't ask, I have people come to me and they say, well, Alla, what is it that you say? It doesn't matter what I say. Say what you say. It has to come out natural. And the more you practice, the better you will get at it. It will come naturally, but just get out and just share. So what happens when I give someone, say, a card with an eye serum or with a bottle? Well, it's not an exposure unless you get their contact information. So it's not a contact, because what happens is, maybe it's somebody new that you just met, they will leave and that's it. I do this at dinner a lot. I do this at happy hours, and I don't ever ask for a phone number. I give it to them. I said, oh my gosh, you have got to try it. This is amazing. I just want to send you some information. What's the best way to send it? Well, they might give you a business card. They might give you a phone number, but don't just ask for a phone number. Ask for a contact information. And it really, really works. So that's my first step. So if you think of 3 Gs, you set a goal, you give out a tool, and you get their contact information. So that's step 1. This is what I do, 3 Gs, goal, give, get contact. Everybody can do that. It's easy. It's natural. You're not selling anything. You're just really sharing. I love this one story that I will tell you. My mom, she was in Florida, and they go back and forth between Dallas and Florida, and she was having a surgery, and I flew out, and you spend 3-4 days in a hospital or wherever. And so one afternoon I asked my dad, I said, can you please just drop me off there in a retirement community? I just need to get a workout in. And so I put my clothes on and I went, and you don't go anywhere, retirement community or not. I had my packets. I went to the restroom before I got on that treadmill. By the time I came out with 2 PCs. It's just natural. So you just, one was the instructor, and I didn't even take her class. I just met them in the bathroom, but just be intentional and be you and be honest. So what do you do once you made that exposure? Well, a lot of times people we make so many exposures, we just forget. So what really works for me, and I've had it in a different kind of binders, but now I kind of switched. So I have this little book, and every day at the end of the day, I write down who it is that I met and what I did. Because trust me, we will forget. A week later, 2 weeks later, you will forget. So I have a date, I have a name, and it is what it is. I put, so here's Karen, I met her at Crossroads. Email, I need to send it, and what I gave. If I gave to someone a product, I will highlight it in yellow. And now this is my system. You can do whatever works for you, but this is my system. I highlight them in yellow. If they become a customer, I will highlight them in green so that I know what happens to these people. But having this book, it just really reminds you who it is that you have prospected, because the big thing is follow-up. So now I know you asked me to talk about the follow-up process because I think it is so important. I can't tell you how important it is. And in the follow-up process, if we are really honest with ourselves, and how many times do we follow up with somebody that we meet? It's maybe once, maybe twice. After that, most people that they feel like they're really bothering people. And so I love statistics because that's my background is accounting and finance, but 80% of all sales occur after 5th follow-up. Just think, after 5th follow-up, I guarantee you that the majority of us do not follow up 5 times. I think actually only 10% of people follow up more than 5 times, and 80% of sales occur. So it is such an important part of the follow-up process. But the one thing about follow-up process is being kind. You have to be kind, and you have to design the follow-up system that works for you. What works for you? Is it follow up the next day? You do want to have an immediate follow-up, but set a system. You met someone today, so you follow up 2 days later, 3 days later, but map it out and take this person through your follow-up system. And it has to work with your schedule. So my follow-up system might be a little different than Jens's follow-up system or somebody else. And use different ways to follow up. Use a text, use email, but probably on around 3rd follow-up, I pick up the phone. There's nothing that phone call, and people avoid phone calls because it's difficult. It's much easier to send a text. One of the things that when I talk to people and they said, why haven't you followed up? They will tell me they just don't know how. They just really don't know. They don't know what to say. They don't know how to follow up. So I'm going to give you a couple of do's and don'ts of follow-up, and I hope it will really, really make it easier for you. So when you follow up, always bring value. And that's what I always think, and always bring value to people. And that's one of the things I also learned from Jens, create value. But if you just think, you never follow up without bringing value. So let me go over the don'ts, the personal don'ts that I don't do. Don't ever call somebody and say, I just want to see if you made a buying decision. That's not the right thing to do. You're not bringing them any value. Check in, a lot of times we'll send a text, hey, I'm just checking in, touching base. Is there value in it? No, don't do it. Hey, I just wanted to see if you received my email. Let me tell you, chances are they have received it, they just haven't responded. And the last thing that I want people to do is don't stop until you get an answer, because people say, well, I sent three text messages and I didn't hear anything, that they're not interested. Don't do that. Get an answer, because if somebody's like myself, my phone goes in the toilet more times than anyone else's phone. And so if I don't get any text messages, I did not get your message. So what is it that you do? How do you follow up? And it works for me beautifully, but you want to create value and share ideas. If you're creating value and sharing ideas, for example, oh my gosh, you know what? I just saw this testimonial and we have discussed it. Maybe your son or somebody or daughter has this issue. This will help bring some ideas. What you want to do is give them the extra information that will drive their decision. Because if my son is dealing with an issue, or my daughter or somebody, that the product can help me and there's a testimonial, bring me that information. Present promotion or a sale. Oh my gosh, we have this amazing promotion. The company's running the promotion. You get free shipping, whatever it is, come with promotion. And like I said, have a system. I think system's so important. I will tell you, yesterday, I did my own promotion. I went to all of my follow-ups and I looked at the people who were interested in the eye serum, because you kind of know what a person's interested in. And I said, oh my gosh, I'm running a promotion last week of the month. If you purchase the eye serum, I'm sending you a free set of eye patches. And I would send them the information on eye patches. So I did that, but just absolutely you have to bring something in of value when you're following up. And if you know that that's what you have to do, it will make it so much easier to follow up. Then the last thing that I want to really talk about, and that's something that Anna and I talked about last night, is people don't ask for the sale. They will present all this amazing information, but they just don't ask for the sale. And I will just tell you that people don't like making decisions. The majority of people don't like making decisions. Sometimes I fall into that category too. But so what do you want to do? You want to help them. And I was telling Anna last night as well that I was at this event and there was a lady selling lipstick. Obviously, we all know that their company name. And as I was talking to her, she had a potential customer came in, and this lady loved the color. She's like, oh my gosh, I've been looking at this color for a couple of months and I just love it and love it. And so they were looking at the mirror and I said, oh yes, it looks amazing on you. And then there's a quiet moment. And that quiet moment was, it was just quiet. And then the potential customer said, you know, my expenses are tight. I think I'll just wait. Can you send me email? And so this lady did not, you know, they exchanged information, and I looked at the LipSense lady, and I just met her literally a minute ago, and I said, can I make a suggestion? And she said, sure. And I said, the reason the sale didn't occur is because you did not ask her to purchase the product. People don't like making decisions. All you have to do is ask her to buy. So one of the things that she said is, I just don't know how to ask. Well, and I hear that all the time. And how do you ask people to purchase? So personally, here's what works for me. If I come to that point where I have gone through everything, you know, entire process, I told them about the product, and all I say is, oh my gosh, I said, I can have it to you by Thursday, because I know that, you know, in my case, people want to take the product. I don't have a whole lot of product. If you have a product, too much product on hand, that's a problem. I can't tell you, I'm just so lucky that I live close to Jen's. I can't tell you how many times, probably weekly, I will text her and I said, can I borrow this bottle? Can I borrow this? And sometimes I'm sure she'll give me one of her personal, but if you have too much product on hand, there's a problem. But because I don't have a lot of product on hand, usually I say, oh my gosh, I'll have it to you by Thursday. Are you ready? And you know what? I just help them make the decision. Other way to ask for sale. Okay, I'm so excited. So which product are you getting today? May help them. Or I will say, are you ready to give it a try? That works so amazing. Or are you ready to take it home? Help them make the decision. I don't care how much money people have. There's just something about, even though they know they want the product, there's just something about making the decision. And people really and truly don't make a decision fast. So I gave you the 3 G's, go, give, get, contact. And then the 3 S's is send information, because obviously once you got the person's contact, you want to send them information, you want to start the follow-up, and then sale. So you want to ask for the sale. Send info, start follow-up, sale. So we have 3 G's and we have 3 S's. Go, give, get, contact, and then send info, start follow-up, and sale. And one other thing, I don't know how much time we have, you can cut me off, but what I just want to say, a lot of times people feel like they're bothering. What I really want to say is, this is how I feel, and I truly feel about like that, about Nerium, and about our products. I am never a bother. I am never a bother. I don't care how many times I follow up, unless you tell me to stop, then I definitely will. I am never a bother. I have a gift. I mean, I have a great gift. And the gift is, I'm going to either make you look better, feel better, or live better. And what you do with it is your choice. I mean, it is truly your option what you do with my gift. All you have to do is open it. So with that, when you know about your product, and that's how you feel, you are never a bother. You can go out there, you can follow your 3 G's, 3 S's, and I am on my way to get my customer number 3, because I am headed to the gym with my tools.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, Alla, you are so fabulous. I just love your energy. And you guys, I know that you're noticing. I want to highlight a couple of quick things here. This woman does not go out without a goal. She does not start her day without a goal. And if you heard what Alla was saying, she was saying that in the beginning of the month, she wanted to have 20 customers. Well, I'm putting the challenge out that you have 1 per day. So I'm just thinking that you need to have 30 by the end of the month, Alla, because then that would be completely shattering probably almost any record that I know of so far. But amazing. And it's because you have a goal, and it's because you've decided, and because you're intentional. And I love your follow-up system. I love that you have your little binder and that you write every single name down, and highlighting in yellow grabs your eye and says, I gave that person something. I have to follow up. And then of course, green means money, green means go. And once you have that customer, then once they're green, you also can follow up and be a really good customer service agent for the business too, and care about those people. And last night when we were talking, Alla, I remember you said that you know, this has been the key to your recruiting brand partners. because it's so easy to talk to people, show people pictures, send people a video, and to begin that relationship with them. And as they fall in love with the brand, as they fall in love with the products, it's just a natural extension for them to want to go out and then share the products with other people. And I also want to draw your guys' attention to, I took a bunch of notes, I hope you guys did too, but you know, the 3 G's and the 3 S's, I thought that's just so brilliant, because it's easy to go back and say, okay, did I do all 3 of those S's? Did I do all 3 of those G's? You know, what do I need to do for today? But the biggest takeaway of all, you guys, is Alla is excited. Look at her energy. Her energy is coming right through this Zoom. I'm feeling it. I'm excited. I'm pumped. She has really good positive energy, and the type of energy that you give off is the type of energy that you attract. And so she's absolutely on her way. And the reason that she is where she is after 5 years in this business, you guys, that she can still prospect this many people is really something to key into too, because so many people say, oh, I'm out of people. I've gone through everyone on my list. But yet, you know, Alla knows no stranger. She also told me last night that she's a member of 3 different gyms. and no, you don't necessarily have to be a member of 3 different gyms, but you see that she takes it with her wherever she goes. And I appreciate you so much. I know you changed your class today at the gym that you're going to go to hop on the Zoom with us. Your information has been so, so incredibly valuable. I just adore you. And again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
For all of you out there that have jumped on this Zoom today, I want to leave you with one quick quote. And this I read this morning in my reading. Fail to act brings doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer your fear, do not sit home and think about it. Go out and get busy. And Alla, you are an amazing example of that for all of us today. So in everything that you do, your friends, your family, your prospecting, raise your energy, show up, and be fabulous. Let's make this an amazing close of the month. If you guys need anything, reach out, reach up. I love you guys. Until next week, profit in your PJs.
Amazing.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, all. Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, Alla.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Totally fun. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, Anna.
Bye, guys.
Bye.